हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। यार अगर देख रहे हो, वीडियो खोला है तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर लो यार। ओके, सो इन टुडेज वीडियो हम बात करने वाले हैं अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक फॉर एनी लॉ स्टूडेंट और एनी लेमैन आल्सो, बिकॉज इट इज समथिंग दैट लाइज एट द हार्ट ऑफ every criminal case in India, which is principles of fair trial. Before moving on to the various principles of fair trial, we will be talking about what we understand by fair trial. Begin. तो फेयर ट्रायल इज ओपन ट्रायल जहाँ पे जो कि सब लोगों के समक्ष हो रहा है, विच इज डन बाय अ impartial judge and where all the parties are treated equally, whether it be the accused or whether it be the victim. Both are given equal opportunities to present their case, to defend their side, and there is presumption of innocence. As we know that when we talk about criminal cases, the burden of proof is on the prosecution because the court presumes the accused to be innocent until proven guilty. So it is always on the prosecution to prove that a person has committed a crime. हमेशा लॉ में हम मान के चलते हैं कि सामने जो इंसान है उसने क्राइम नहीं किया है। ये प्रोसिक्यूशन की जिम्मेदारी है प्रूव करना कि द क्राइम हैज बीन कमिटेड बाय द अक्यूज। ऑल्सो इन वन ऑफ द वीडियो यू कैन चेक इट हियर, जहाँ पे हमने डिस्कस किया है व्हाट इज द बर्डन ऑफ प्रूफ। तो बर्डन ऑफ प्रूफ जो होता है क्रिमिनल केसेस में, दैट इज बियॉन्ड रीजनेबल डाउट। 100% the judge, impartial judge sitting and hearing the case, is satisfied that on the basis of evidence presented, the accused has committed the crime and hearing is done fairly. How this right of fair trial has originated, first covenant or the first international document from which fair trial can be seen to have originated is Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, where Article 10 and Article 11 of UDHR guarantees a fair public hearing and presumption of innocence. Later on, we can also see under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial judge or tribunal. This is how fair trial has come in various countries that you see. Now, if we talk about India, our constitution, Article 21 talks about right to life and personal liberty. That if anyone's personal liberty is to be taken, it should be taken via a due process. That due process is that the person should be given full opportunity to present his case, that the person should be provided an advocate of his choice. So these are the due process that is to be followed. Thus, Article 21 time and again has been interpreted by the Supreme Court to include right of fair trial. Also, Article 22, which protects the accused from arbitrary arrest, which talks about that accused should be present to the nearest magistrate within 24 hours, or he should be told about his rights as soon as he has been arrested. So these are the rights which are given to the accused, and the process is to be followed, and if it is not followed, then it is violation of fair trial. Also, very important article, Article 14, which talks about right to equality. It also supports the idea trial must be fair and impartial. And if it is not, it is against the principle of equality enshrined under Article 14 of the Constitution of India. Now, coming to the principles of fair trial that we see in our Indian laws. So the first one is presumption of innocence. As I said, that a accused is presumed to be innocent until proven guilty. So this is the basic law. Whenever there is a criminal trial, we assume that the person has not committed the crime. It is the duty of the prosecution to prove that the accused has committed the crime, and that is to be proved by the evidence. Second important principle of fair trial is right to know the accusations or the charges that has been framed. The accused is always to be told the charges that has been framed against the accused in the language that person understands. Third important principle is impartial independent tribunal or judge. Whoever is sitting as a judge who will be deciding the final take of a particular case, so the person who is sitting as a judge should be impartial and should not have any personal interest in the dispute between two parties. तो आपने देखा होगा कि बहुत बार सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कुछ जजेस जो हैं वो अपने आप को पर्टिकुलर केस से हटा लेते हैं बिकॉज दे सी दैट मे बी देयर पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट is involved, or maybe they know any one of the parties, and because of that they will not be able to be impartial, so they recuse themselves from that particular case. Then the fourth principle is that right to be tried in presence and the evidence is taken in the presence of the accused. It is a general law that whatever evidence is to be taken will be taken in the presence of accused, though the recent change in the criminal law, that is the introduction of भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता, वहां पर कुछ ऐसे प्रोविजन इंट्रोड्यूस किए गए हैं where the evidence can be taken in the absence of accused, but there are limitations to it as well. So this is the general law कि whenever किसी भी इंसान के अगेंस्ट अगर कोई भी चार्जेस फ्रेम किए गए हैं, then that person should have the opportunity to go through the evidence that has been presented and then present his side of the case. Fifth one is right to cross examine witness and present defense. So as we all know that whenever evidence is presented from both the side, then the witnesses are examined. So witnesses का examination होता है, cross examination और re examination, ये तीन process होती हैं examination की. Both the parties like the prosecution as well as accused should be given equal opportunities to examine the witness presented from both the side. So that is also one of the principles of fair trial. Then the most important right to speedy trial. You know, justice delayed is justice denied. So under Article 21, this has been seen as a constitutional right, that is right to speedy trial. Then another principle is prohibition of double jeopardy, that you cannot be tried again for the same offense. If you have already been tried for an offense once, you cannot later be tried again for the same offense. It is also the basic fundamental right which is embodied under Article 20, and it is also the principle of fair trial, that is principle against double jeopardy. Equal treatment from both the sides, that both the parties, whether it's the prosecution or the accused, they both should be given equal opportunity to present their case, to present their evidence, and then on the basis of that judgment will be given. In the last judgment that I discussed, you can look for it here. There also, the basic principles of fair trial were not followed, such as the accused was not given the advocate while the charges were being framed. He was not given the evidence or the documents that were presented from the prosecution side. So, those were the basic principles of fair trial that were not followed in that particular case. Therefore, the court set aside the conviction done by the High Court and acquitted him. So, that's it in today's video. Today, in this video, we will discuss the various principles of fair trial. I hope you understood it. Thank you for watching, and if you like it, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching.